Okay everybody, the tractor part showed up. I ordered these a couple weeks ago, and I'm a little suspicious because this is bigger than what my first order was. So I have a hunch that they put both of them together and shipped this in a large box, and why that's interesting to me is because one of them had paints and I was gonna go pick them up from the Silmar facility. So let's open it up and see what we got. Yep, it's kind of what I thought they did. So they definitely combined both my orders and just put them in a box. And I didn't think you could just ship spray paint like that, but you know, whatever. Guess let's start with the smaller box. This was the original order, and this was only a few items. So we have a gas shock for the rear radiator cover that was missing, and already right now I can tell that this is wrong, so we'll come back to that. This is the internal air filter element. There's two elements. There's a big one on top, and this is the internal one. I bought a K&N air filter, which I'll show here in a second, for the external one because I'm a big fan of K&N. Unfortunately, there were no K&N filters for the cab air filters, so this is one of the cab filters. And there's two. There's an internal cab filter, and there's one to bring in fresh air. Here's the second one. I think this is the internal cab one, I think. Let's see what we got in the big box. So first we have a lot of paint. The Caterpillar color paint. Lots of that, because we're going to need lots of that. And some of the Caterpillar black, which, you know, who knows if I need to actually use that versus another one. More seals, we'll come back to that. Loose gaskets, so that's interesting. Who knows what those go to, so we'll just set those aside. We've got an oil filter for the engine. This is the inline fuel filter. This is another filter. I'm not sure what this one's for. We have another filter. Yeah. Not sure what that one is either, but we'll, I ordered all the filters, so I'll just have to figure out what they are. This is the hydraulic breather cap. The one that's in there now is kind of really grody, never been replaced, so got a new one of those. Got new engine belts. Said they look a little worn. I don't know how long they've been since they've been replaced, so new belts. Okay, this is a boot that goes on one of the controls. I noticed that it had been torn in a couple places, and you really want to make sure you protect those electronics. So we've got a new coolant hose that is next to the regulator, which was chewed up a little bit, so I wanted to replace that. We've got various new clamps for that, and a little O-ring for something. This is a new coolant regulator. You're supposed to replace this at 3,000 hours. I don't think that's ever been done. So there's the coolant regulator. Pretty simple thing. It's got like this wax in it, and when the engine starts to heat up, the wax melts, and then the coolant starts to flow from the engine into the radiator. I've got a new gasket for when I pull the coolant regulator compartment apart. Another clamp. They're universal or union joints for the gas shock. And then we have a high pressure hydraulic hose that I noticed was also chewed up. So I got a new one of those. These are about 80 bucks, 100 bucks for just this little hose. So pricey, but you don't want the other one to explode when when it fails. So you want to get on that stuff. Let's talk about this for a second. So this is supposed to be new window seal, because the window seal is worn out and bad. Now, when I called, Cat dealerships had pieces and parts of it, but nobody had the full amount that I needed to make one continuous seal. So when I called to order it, they said, oh, hey, in the notes section, make sure you note not to piece it together, and don't worry, we'll ship you a full piece. Well, clearly, they didn't get the note. So when you grab the actual sales order, you'll see my note. Please do not piece together. I need one piece. And then their notes are store zero quantity, always sell in package quantity of 400 centimeters. So they
Sold you 291
They sold me
centimeters.
291 centimeters out of the 350 that I ordered, which I guess they should have sold me 400. Anyhow, gonna have to take that back. Unfortunately, they're closed on weekends, so I'll have to take it during the week sometime. Okay, so we got a lot of parts here and a lot of work ahead of us to really bring this Caterpillar up to tip-top shape. I'll be posting more videos of those as we go through and I start to do maintenance on it, so look forward to those. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.